What are some of the challenges after you committed suicide, building yourself back up, staying at your friend's house, being blind? Like, what are some of the challenges that you had to face?
One of the biggest challenges was learning how to trust myself. I already had insecurities and self-esteem issues before I lost my vision. So on top of my insecurities and self-trust issues, now I have total loss of vision, as well as I had brain damage from my brain injury. So it took me longer to process information. Sometimes I felt like, so it took me a lot to learn how to trust myself with my vision being gone now, not being able to see and feel like I'm missing information, taking longer to process the information, as well as already not trusting myself, now have even less trust in myself. Because also being a codependent person, I relied a lot on the feedback I got from people. I didn't trust myself. I had big groups of friends. I liked the feedback I got from people. My circles closed a lot. I didn't have as big of friends anymore, and I spent a lot of time by myself. So it was hard for me to trust that, and I wasn't getting any feedback. I didn't really know what to think about what I was doing and how I was acting, and I didn't trust the way I was operating because I had to completely learn how to do things a completely different way, and I just felt like I didn't trust how to learn to do something different.
Well, yeah, I mean, I could see that. Like, trusting yourself led to this whole thing in the first place, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's hard to put your trust into other people because they don't know what you're going through. They have their own shit going on, and who knows.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really tricky. Like, how did you like figure that out?
It just took some time.
Just in time.
Yeah, it just took time with eventually me learning, accepting that this is who I am. I have to do things a different way. I have to trust that people might disagree and they might do things different, but we're different people. We have different backgrounds. I'm someone with loss of vision now. I do things a different way. So I just trust myself and the way I learn to adapt and the way I learn to do things. I just I just learned to trust myself. And it's like you said, actually, when I put my trust in other people, sometimes it didn't get me as far as when I would just trust myself.
So you developed like some intuition and trust in yourself. How did you do that? Did you go to therapy, or did you do it on your own? Did you read?
I think it was combinations of a lot of things, actually. It was putting myself out there, having relationships with people, finding out what I can and can't trust, as well as slowly rehabilitating myself with different entities, finding out the resources out there that I can utilize, and then after a period of time interacting with other, put myself more in the blind community, interacting more with blind individuals, put myself more in the differently abled community, amongst people who are rehabilitating themselves too. And people would actually applaud me like, wow, it's impressive how far you've come. And I'm like, wow, when I'm amongst my peers and people that have come similar backgrounds and I get applauded and recognized for what I do, I learned how to trust myself a lot. When I was around my old friends and everything, they was like, that's just Mark doing his thing. He's just being weird. He's blind now. And so, yeah, I got myself in the right circle and the right places and the right support systems. And I learned how to trust myself and trust the way I was doing things and utilize those systems.